Prioritization, prioritization, prioritization. It's something that I struggle with, but also want to get better at. Now, when I talk about my struggles and my wishes to get better at prioritization, like, I'm not bad at prioritizing things, except, well, half and half. For example, when I wake up in the morning, there are two things that I think about. One, what am I going to do for today's episode? Two, how am I going to fit that idea into my already crowded schedule? I'd say the top two priorities that I have right now are school and these videos. There are often other times where I want to do things that like matter but don't really matter. Like talking to my friends or just spending time alone where I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about anything. Or wanting to go to that place or wanting to go to this place to have fun. But in reality, I got to prioritize what's important now and what's going to be important in my future. Like right now, what's important to me is this YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. That's why I'm putting work into it every single day. And if this was like in the middle or lower part of my priorities list and I wasn't putting enough attention into something that I want to succeed highly, or just imagine an escalator. So for example, the escalator is traveling down and you're at the bottom of the escalator and you're trying to go up this escalator that is going against you, you're trying to go up the escalator that's going down. And so if you really work hard enough, you're gonna make progress up that escalator even though it's pushing you down. But the moment you stop up here, the escalator is just gonna take you down because you're not practicing, you're not getting better. So if you just say work a little bit, the escalator's gonna take you back down where you started from, work a little bit more, it's just gonna take you back down, and you're just gonna be going back and forth, you're never actually gonna get better. And all of that starts with prioritization. So like in my case, this will probably be the easiest to explain and also the easiest for you to understand. The whole reason why I'm doing daily uploads is not so I can tell everybody that I run a daily YouTube show. I do it because I wanna get better. Like right now, if I wanna get subscribers, I most likely have to be like, hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most of the time people are nice enough to do so. And that's really how I'm gaining subscribers right now. That might seem easy, but if you want to get really, really big, really, really popular, that's going to be a really hard way to be like, oh, I subscribe to my YouTube every single day. Imagine how long that'll take to be like at 100,000 subscribers or 500,000. You'd have to be asking 500,000 people all around you. Imagine how many years that would take. That would just take. Instead, right now, I'm putting a lot of progress. I'm not really growing that much. But as I keep practicing, as I keep better, I'm going to slowly begin to rise. And now I no longer have to go to people. People are now going to start to come to me. I'm going to be like a magnet, attracting all of these people once I get really good. And how is that going to happen? It's only going to happen over time with practice. And when you want to get really good at something, you got to practice it a lot. And when you want to practice something a lot, you have to put it high on your priority list. So the message I want you to receive from this episode is to prioritize things that matter to you the most. If you're a younger viewer, and by younger I mean like my age, like a teenager, then really set your priorities, because when you set up your priorities in a good or bad way, that's going to affect how good or bad of a future, because right now you're building these habits of setting what's most important, like your health, your future, like your career. What do you want to achieve in life? Because if you start thinking that like when you're 30 or 40, that's like 20 years ahead that you could be, instead of barely doing this when you're like 20 or 30 years old. Imagine where you can be when you're 20 and 30 years old if you start now. I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but I could just tell the difference like within just like 3-4 years of trying to set my things straight. And if I always just had the things that like were least important to me as a priority, then I would never get stuff done. Like if I always had talking to my friends or hanging out or going and these videos were at the bottom, then my career and my future wouldn't be so, because it's not like you can make money by hanging out with your friends or hanging out. Find something that's reasonable. Also even things like your health, like eating healthy, exercise. Like after this, I'm gonna go for a run. And I'm talking things that will really help you, not just now, but also in like the long term. So that is it for today's episode, guys. Hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys gained some new knowledge or new information from today's episode. I'll see you tomorrow, I'll see you in a couple days, or I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and stay safe. Bye.